Teresa, we're live. Hi, Bonnie. Good morning. You're like the first one to get to sign on.
Good morning, Bonnie.
Fast. Look at these cards are so cute. Oh my gosh.
Bonnie from our store, Bonnie.
Bonnie Lassen.
Bonnie Lassen.
Hang in there. A beautiful rainbow is on its way. Oh, that's so neat. Oh my gosh. Teresa, your cards are just always so creative. And
good morning.
Good morning.
Monday.
It's Monday. Teresa has a really cute demo for us today. It's sure to make you smile. And look at all this fun product that she's going to be showing us today. And then Kelly, I think, is going to come over here and we're going to talk about an exclusive class that we have coming up. It's been on Facebook. I think it was posted on Saturday about this exclusive class. And we have 3 openings in Maker Mania that we'll be discussing. So lots to get to today. Wow, everybody's jumping on really fast. So there's Kelly.
Hey, everybody.
Okay. Well, I think we can go ahead and get started, Teresa.
Okay. Well, today what we need is sunshine and rainbow.
We do.
We don't have sunshine here, but maybe later. I don't know. It doesn't sound like
Did
it.
have a full rainbow last week, though. Did you see it?
No, I didn't, but I saw a picture on the news.
I don't know what day that was, but the day it was kind of warm,
Yeah.
and then it rained, and we had a beautiful rainbow, full one, really bright and intense colors. So that was fun. So it was a precursor to what Teresa is showing us today.
So this is a Dare to Be Artsy stamp set. And there isn't a die with it, but that is okay. There's lots of fun things you can do with it. I'm going to show you some things that I did with it. Rainbows are very, very popular right now. And I had some fun. I did some single colors and I did rainbow colors and I used the sentiments on their own. And I love a stamp set that has images and sentiments together. And that's definitely what this stamp set has. So very excited to show you this one. And it's $24.99.
Cool. I don't know why some of you are not getting notifications that we're going live. I don't know if that's a change that Facebook made, but we continue to do the same process every morning.
I'm sitting here.
What? I think they're talking about the notification that it's live.
Oh, okay. You get a notification?
No. Yes, you should get a notification that Memory Bound is live. But we're Memory Bound in Iowa. For those of you just signing on, we're glad you're here. And every Monday morning, Teresa is our Teresa shares lots of techniques with us every Monday morning. So we're here every day at 9:30, Monday through Friday. And Teresa's our Monday. Yep. And she, as I said, shares wonderful techniques with us. So, okay, go ahead.
So we have some fun cards. So I did some monochromatic cards, which, generally when you think rainbow, you do the Roy G. Biv, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, which I love. But you can also do it in single colors, just kind of a gradient color, and my cards turned out really cute. I was like, I don't have to do rainbow colors on all my cards. So this one I kind of went for the spring, and I used the purple colors that I had, and it says God gives us rainbows to remind us of hope. And I thought that was a nice kind of an Eastery vibe to it. And I put some sequins on there. So this one, they have sentiments that you can stamp just plain, or I did the little triangles, I guess that's what they are, or rays.
See this T. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
So there's the sentiments, and then there's the triangle. So you can layer them. There's all sorts of different sizes in here, so you can layer. You can do them differently.
So you did this one and then these.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So you pick the ones that you want. Yeah. So they can be different. There's probably thousands of different combinations you can use. And I tried to do a variety in my cards, but
wow, these are, I didn't read these all that closely. These are great for Easter. Yeah. Rise and shine and give God the glory, rise and shine. My Sunday school days are coming back. or
Dawn,
Bible
you're
camp.
turning red.
I know.
Dawn's turning red.
Because I wasn't expecting to
To sing?
to start belting that out. Oh gosh, that's funny. Yeah, those are really awesome. I
Yeah,
love it.
they're really nice. So I thought that one turned out really pretty with the purples. And I think I only used 3. I used oxides a lot today on these cards for some reason. I'm into oxides, and I only have 3 purples and lavender violet. So I just repeated the colors.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. So it turned out very nice. And there's little things that you can put. I'll just show those. There's little things you can put inside. So there's a heart, there's a raindrop, and there's a star.
Oh, that's cool too.
And then the other thing, there's these that you can put kind of on the end of your rainbow, which I did on a card, and you can use them different spots. And then there's clouds, and there's an inside cloud, like here's the inside, and then here's the line that goes around it. I didn't use the clouds very much. I used it only on one card, but I'll show you that when I get to it.
Good morning, sunshine.
Yes. That's a Beatles song I love to play on sunny days.
I just sang a minute ago. Can you sing? Can you sing? And then I was embarrassed.
A Sunday school song.
And
she turned red.
I can't think of a Sunday school.
Well, sing the Beatles song for us. Good morning, sunshine.
Well, not by myself.
What is it? Good day, sunshine. Oh, that's the one I'm thinking of. That's
Good
different.
morning, Sunshine. There's maybe 2 songs.
Maybe. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I
your-
love it.
Your song's better.
That's the one I always sing.
Sorry,
so-
everybody, that you have our awful
Now I'm probably
voices.
turning red. Yes. All right. So it's almost St. Patrick's Day. I kept thinking it was on the 14th. I know a couple weeks ago I made a card of St. Patrick's Day and I put 14 on, and then I changed it to 17. So I have 14 in my head, but it's coming up on Wednesday.
Yes.
So I made a card with the greens, and I just put wishing you a pot of gold. So that's a sentiment from a different stamp set, and I put a little clover on there, and then I know I used this set last week because I brought it back out for that top hat, the winter wardrobe, and it's $16.99, and hopefully we won't need these
Anymore.
much longer.
No
but
more snow.
The top hat is one that you can definitely use, all the time.
Teresa, I don't know
It's
how
just-
you come up with this stuff. I would
just
not
a
have thought to
fun-
do this.
Yeah.
This is just so cute.
Instead of a pot of gold, it's, the leprechauns always have hats on, and so I thought that was kind of fun.
and then you
And this
used
is the campfire, or not the campfire, the wilderness,
rustic wilderness.
rustic wilderness. And then these are some other greens, but that's the color that I used on the frame and the clover. So that's that new green that I'm crazy about. I should put my green
We
pen
all
on.
need the sunshine, don't we? Yeah, I was a little gloomy today, although I think, oh, there you go, Teresa.
There's my
She's got her
pin, my only pin that I have, because green's my favorite. It makes me happy.
rustic wilderness
Yeah.
distress pen. Okay, and then it looks like you used
Yes.
a scallop die around the edge.
Yeah, and that's my new favorite die. I keep using that one because it cuts out the center and just makes the border.
And this
You can
one's
put 'em-
called Stitched Rectangle Scalloped Edge, $30.99, and you get 4.
Yep,
But you get the stitching, the scalloped,
yep.
and it cuts out
And
the
it
frame.
cuts out the center. Now this one I just put the frame on, but I have used it where I stamped on the inside a different color and put it on there. Yeah, and then this first card, I used this rectangle. I don't know what that one's called.
Okay, go ahead.
It has stitching. It's called Stitch Rectangle.
Oh, okay, so we have stitched.
A2 stitched rectangle.
Okay, and this is stitched rectangle scalloped edge and stitched rectangle.
Yeah, and this one's $30.99.
Okay.
So they're very handy to have on hand. I think I use them all the time. This one I popped up, so just to give it some dimension.
Very cool. I just love your creativeness.
So this one, Count Your Rainbows, Not Your Storms, and I used an embossing folder, and that one we're currently out of, but I know a lot of people bought it this winter because it can be it's a snow embossing folder basically that we sell a lot in the winter, but it's good for rain too. So if you have that one, or any stencil. You could use a stencil instead. Oh, and here I just stamped the outline of the clouds, just kind of hanging off the edge there.
And that's that right there.
And when you do that, you really want to stamp before you emboss.
Oh, that's a good tip.
Yeah,
Yes, of course.
because then if you don't, sometimes it'll crack a little bit of your stamped image, and it's harder to stamp on an embossed image. So, so that one I just used some blue, and you can see I stamped the little raindrop. I could have stamped some raindrops up here too, I guess. And I added a little twine.
That would be a fun card to send to a friend who's having a rough go or something right now.
Yep.
Yeah, really nice.
And then here I did a yellow one. There's the Good Morning Sunshine that Kelly was singing, and I used different yellows on that one. And that one has a embossing folder in the back too, but you could also use a stencil. We have sunshine stencils. I know Pink Fresh has one. Tim Holtz has. We have a mini one of his that you can stencil behind it. Because what I did then is I took a circle die after I stamped my image. I did a circle die because I don't think there are dies like that. Like I said, there isn't a die that goes with it.
Oh my gosh, but that's genius.
Yeah. And I know Katie said she didn't want to use this because it didn't have dies in it. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to find a way to have a die.
Oh my gosh, Teresa,
so I did the circle, the half
genius.
circle, and then I pop dotted it up. So you could stencil your rays behind that with a stencil if you don't have an embossing folder.
You're probably not prepared to show us how you did that, are you?
No, I didn't.
Because that's a
But
cool
I stamped
technique.
everything first, and then I just found a
laid
circle
your-
that was the right size and
Laid it
die
on
cut
there.
it. Yeah.
Genius,
And
Teresa,
then
genius.
cut off the straight edge
Sure,
with the trimmer.
sure.
So yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And that one I put a little heart, and I added a little glossy or Nuvo drops probably, and I added some Nuvo drops up here for the sunshine too.
So this embossing folder is just like the rays.
The rays, yep.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
but you could use a stencil as well.
Or any embossing folder.
Yeah.
And then do what you did with the Nouveau drops and just go out.
Just to give it a little bling. You got to have a little bling.
Very, very nice. Very, very nice. I think everybody in Iowa is needing a little bit of sunshine from your
Definitely.
cards today because it sounds like there's some snow and sleet and everything else
Yeah,
in Iowa.
lots
so,
of places.
So your cards are very timely today,
Yeah.
Teresa.
Now this one is one that they sent us from the company. So they really used all the pieces in their rainbow there. And they didn't go in Roy G. Biv order, but
So you think they used, let's look, so they used all of the, oh my gosh.
yeah, and I might have a card that I did too, and then they used just paper behind, and again, die cut they probably just did a rectangle and then did the
Rounded
the corners
Sure.
there.
And
That's
that looks
clever
good
idea,
too.
yeah.
Very good. Did they stamp the inside? I need to know. Did they put a surprise? Nope, no surprise on the inside of that.
Made by Dare to be Artsy, though.
Okay. Very
You know,
cool.
it drives me when you say that, Dawn. Every time I show my husband a card, he like opens it. And I'm like, I don't put anything on and he knows it, and he just does it to drive me crazy
Oh
now.
gosh, that's funny.
I'm like, don't look in, because he'll be like, oh yeah, that's nice. No, I write on the inside of my card, so.
That's fun.
All right, so these two cards are very similar. I guess I did use all of the pieces there. Now that one I didn't stamp in the inside. I put my heart over here, and I put a little glossy accents on it. But this stamp lends itself very nicely to just a flat, very clean style if you want. And here's the one that I guess they are a little different, because this one I put the
Oh my
I don't know
gosh,
what to call
those are
it.
fun.
The little
No, what are
rows of
those
images.
called?
I
They're
don't know
right
what
there,
to
but
call
I don't
them.
know what you would call that,
Yeah.
but that's adorable.
So I just use the same color and just put them there. Live life in color. I like that sentiment.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
And this one, I use that Pink Fresh stencil that I used.
the cloud stencil.
I think it was 2 weeks ago, and that's $6.49, and it is awesome. I just love. There's so many things you can use this card with, or this stencil with.
are getting
really into
loads and loads of
stencils right
hearts.
now.
So what color ink then did you use back there?
Tumbled glass. I knew you were
Okay.
going to ask me that. Just a really soft blue, and I was I just did it very lightly. I stamped, before I put it on my ink, I put it on a piece of scratch paper
Okay.
and then stenciled because I just want it to be very light. So I did the stencil first, and then I stamped my rainbow.
Wow, Teresa, you did an amazing job because it looks like the paper that's on the paper.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
I
you know,
love
you
that.
really need a stencil or a Misty with the stamp. I think.
Sure.
I mean, just to be able to line up the pieces, it was very helpful. I suppose you could do it with a block, but I think it would be much more stressful trying to line it up. So I was very glad that I had my Misty to do the rainbow pieces because they're all individual. So
Sure.
yeah.
Are you going to show us how you did that today?
I wasn't going to. I was going to show you this one.
Okay. All right. Very good.
So this one is a Pinterest idea that I just loved, and we did the rainbow upside down. So you know how I say you got to have 3 different ways to use it. That is definitely a different way to use your rainbow. And so I just stamped it upside down, and then I put the word smile underneath. Again, that's a very clean and simple card, but I thought it was a clever idea
I think that's really
of making
clever.
a smile. I needed a little tongue. You know what? I should have stamped the teardrop as a tongue.
Oh, sure. That's neat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They're asking the question. Sorry, I saw you ask this a little bit ago, and then I forgot to go back to it. Okay, they're asking, how do you know if it cuts out the frame? And can you see, do you want to point out, Teresa?
So this piece right here, this solid piece, that's where it cuts.
Right.
So you can see the edge where the scallop is, that's a solid piece. Then the stitching, you can see that's stitching
Right.
around the edge, and that just cuts into the paper, so it's not solid. So you see the solid line.
So if you see that solid line, then
That's
you know
where
it's
it
going to cut out
cuts.
the frame. If your die doesn't have that right there, then it's going to cut.
Then it's going to cut the whole thing.
Then it'll, just
Yeah.
cut the edge. So hopefully that explains it. Okay.
All right.
You could use the upside down rainbow as a watermelon.
Oh, yes.
Very
Dang
good.
it.
Yeah, that's
what a
a
good idea.
And then they said to add 2 wiggly eyes
to make a face.
to make a face.
Those are great ideas.
It's weird. Looks like a weird looking piece of watermelon. Oh, I think that
would be
kind of like
perfect.
an artsy watermelon. I
Yeah,
love that.
I want to do that now.
Yeah.
What
that
a
is-
great summer card.
Oh, that is a good idea. Very fun. And you could just do green and then do different shades of pink.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Oh,
and then you could
I'm going to do it.
You could do like these for your seeds.
Oh, yes. Perfect.
Thank you for the ideas, ladies.
Did you watch the Grammys last night?
Bits and pieces.
Watermelon Sugar?
Oh,
that was
yes,
the first
that
song.
was.
Watermelon
Yes,
Sugar.
I did see that. And then the rest of the night, my husband and I are like, "Who's that? Who's that?
yeah.
Who's that? Never heard of them. Never heard of them."
I think I'm a Harry Styles fan now. I liked his boa. I wish I had a boa today.
No, but we're definitely getting old. We're out of it.
Yes.
We don't know all those. But there was what, Little Baby and Big Baby or something
Yeah,
like that.
Bunny.
don't
Somebody
know.
Bunny. I don't know. I don't
was
know
hilarious.
either. Yeah.
He was just like, "Oh my gosh, what is this? Why did they name themselves that?"
Ah, okay, well, I'm going to make a watermelon card to show for next week then, definitely. All right, so I had to go a little grungy with one, and I used the Tim Holtz, the Park die, which you guys know that I've incorporated almost every week lately because I just think this is such a clever die. And it comes with the umbrella folded and open. And it says, "Hang in there, a beautiful rainbow is on its way." And this one, I was going to tell you, maybe, Kelly, could you grab a Misty? I'm going to have to show. So this one, the thing with the, these stamps is that you can bend them.
Oh.
So on this one, the rainbow is too tight. So I put it on my Misty, and then I just bent the arms out so that the rainbow was a little bit bigger,
Nice,
so that it would fit over my, because I wanted my umbrella, I wanted him to be like under an umbrella, kind of was my thinking that I was going for.
That's a great
So it's
tip.
really nice that you can, you know, bend them a little bit with the stamps. And I do it all the time, mainly with sentiments, but you can do it with images sometimes too. So here is what I did with the clouds that I told you. I stamped the inside piece, and then I stamped the outline around it. And I use the same colors. And then I just randomly stamped, those are those little raindrops.
And added glossy accents.
Yep, and I use the tool, which we have again.
They
What's
look
that
like
little guy called?
because she added the glossy accents.
Yeah. So, I'm so glad we have this back in. It's a little distress tool, $6.49, because on my grungy cards, I always use this. So it just roughs up the edges, and then I inked it a little bit with some
Teresa
hickory
and Maggie
smoke.
use that.
Yeah. If you like a little bit of grungy card, it just makes your life easier, I think. So, yeah. All right, so I made this yesterday. This is a tag, and these are new tags that we have. And
they are such a deal. Oh my
they
gosh.
are. Look at, I don't even know how many you get. It says
50.
here. 50?
50 for
Wow.
for
$12.99.
yeah.
And then this one you get 50
for $12.99. Yeah, they're the same price.
They're the same price?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, then I need both of them. These are from, is it Dino?
No, they're a Ranger product.
Right. Tim talked about them in his video a couple of weekends ago, and they're in bulk, which is really nice. Dina Wakely. Yeah, I was right. It says it right on there.
Cool.
Dina Wakely. So this is the number 8 tag, and this is the number 10 tag. And do you know what's fabulous about the number 8 tag? Is I forgot to grab a stencil. Oh, let's see.
Did you
I know I have a stencil.
Edges of the distress card. No, they're just roughed up with the distress tool, and then she inked them. So
With
they're
a blending tool, yeah.
With a blending tool, and then she added glossy accents to her raindrops to make them look dimensional. Do you carry wire cutters? Yes, we do.
So the fabulous thing about the number 8 cards is, you know, I love the little, Tim holds the little stencils. Look at that. They're number 8s apparently, and they fit perfectly. And it was so, I don't know why that made me happy. I was just like, because I'm like, where am I gonna hang it off the edge? And then I went like that, and I went, it's the same size. I'm gonna put it right in the middle. That's what I'm gonna do. So that's kind of fun. So this is a birthday one. May your birthday bring you. What does this?
May your birthday be bright and beautiful.
I can't read upside down. So, of course, I had to use my little number stencil. So there's lots of stencils that have numbers on them. But if you have a Tim one, fits right on there.
Oh, my gosh.
So
That's a good tip.
Yeah, so I just lightly stenciled the numbers in the background. And then I know Maggie showed the glazes the other day. So I used the glazes because I wanted the numbers to kind of, even though it's very light, you can still kind of see the numbers through the glazes. So like there on the 5, you can kind of see. So it doesn't cover it totally, so you can still see it. So I thought that was kind of fun. And then I inked up the edges, and oh my gosh, I am in love with Tim and his ribbon, his velvet ribbons. Now there's another set, but we're out of it already.
We are?
The brown ones. Isn't that it? There's a brown one, right? Is it kind of neutrals? Okay,
yeah.
That's better. Neutral, yeah. So these are going fast. They're $7.99, and this is the one I had to start with. And I think I used that color. They match his inks perfectly. So yes.
Oh my gosh.
So I matched my ink to my ribbon, and then I used the tiny attacher to staple a little thing. But
And you know what? That velvet ribbon added so much to that card.
Yeah.
And look at, she just used just a little
just
bit.
a little bit because I'm a hoarder of it.
Yeah,
But
well,
I'm like,
that's
okay.
for sure. I would want to too.
Yeah, but it's so pretty. He came out with, at Christmas time, he had a set that had some red in it, and I bought it just for the velvet. And then I was very excited that he came out with these. So eventually I'll get the other colors, but I had to start with this because green and purple are my favorite. The blues are very pretty too, but
And
so,
it just goes to show velvet isn't just for Christmas, because I think it looks fantastic.
No,
on
it just
that.
adds just a little something to that card, a little fanciness. And that would be perfect to put on a birthday gift, I think.
Would be, absolutely. Gosh, Teresa.
Yeah.
I just love this.
All right, then the last thing I was going to show you was this one, and this is the technique I was going to show you today. It's kind of like the smooshy technique that we've done before, but it's a little bit different. So I started with watercolor paper, and then I just used my little iCrafter blending, or what are they called?
Blending brushes.
Blending brushes.
These.
And then I just gave it a good old squirt to make it kind of a mushy one. And I really liked how it turned out. And then it had to dry, and then I stamped it with my black.
Very cute.
And I used the little stars on that one, so I kind of went crazy with the stars a little bit there, but I liked it. So I used black on everything on that one. I didn't even use a color on my rainbow.
Okay, and the stars right there. Okay.
All right. So I'll just show you. So I've got a piece of watercolor paper, and we do have the watercolor in the A2 size for $5.99, which I think is super handy. You get 20 sheets of it, and you don't have to cut it down. I always, like on this one, I use the die with the stitching, but I always start out with my full piece of my A2, and then I do my background, and then I decide where I'm going to die cut.
That's a good tip, yeah.
I don't know why. I just think it works better that way. It goes all the way to the edge and then off of the edge instead of just being smooshed in the middle. So,
Teresa, Beth wants to know if you can stamp on velvet.
ooh,
I don't know.
probably not.
Yeah, I would
it
say
probably
'cause it's
depends
kind
on
of-
your image.
It's kind of nappy.
Yeah.
I don't know how that would work. I'm not sure.
It's pretty thin to be thin too. I mean, maybe if you had a really thick piece, you might be able to, but it's going to move when you stamp.
When you
you
smush it
know,
down,
yeah. All right, so I've got my watercolor paper, and then I've got here's my oxides in my tins, which I love. So I got red, and I think I went orange, so I'm going to go with campfire. And let's see, I did green. I've got the rustic wilderness. And what color blue did I get?
It's like maybe a stormy sky.
Salty ocean. I was trying to get colors we had. And then wilted violet. All right. So then I've got my little iCrafters, which I love. I have to use the right colors. Okay. So I just took my, I should have. Okay.
And these are oxides.
These are oxides, yes. So what I did is I just kind of, and a lot of times when I will do the stencils, I will stamp off first just to get a little bit of color. But with this one, I really wanted a lot of color on my image so that I got nice bright colors on my card. So then I just did a line of color, and I just wanted a lot of color on there. And I just started at the top. I didn't measure or anything like that, you guys. If you know me, you know when we used to do make and takes, I would be like, just cut a little off, just put a little color. It doesn't matter. Just do it.
Melissa just gave us a great idea. She said to put the two pieces of the rainbow together, stamp it one direction and then the other direction to make a complete circle, to make a frame.
Oh, there you go.
That idea, Melissa. That's a very
some good
cute
color
idea.
in there. I didn't do yellow. I skipped yellow. I could have done yellow. There's a nice, right. Oh, I just bought, I just bought the yellow. What is it? I forgot yellow. The squeezed lemonade. Oh, I didn't have squeezed lemonade in my thing. I don't know why. I only had fossilized amber, and doing these cards, I needed a bright yellow. And so I had to get fossilized amber or squeezed lemonade, and it's going to be nice for summer. All right, so I'm going to cover these up because I'm going to do some squirting. Get these out of my way. And then what I did is I used the Tim Holtz, and I just squirted the heck out of it. And they just kind of run together. Ooh, that one really ran. See, I can do that. And if I want, where did my, oh, there it is. See, if I don't like that, I can just dab it off a little bit. And it's just, the colors are just kind of running together. You can move it around a little bit. The other thing you can do is get your heat gun out if you want and heat it to dry. But you can see how the colors kind of just...
It's beautiful. Really, really pretty.
And that's it. Very simple, easy background, yeah.
Yeah, really
and
nice.
Then I just stamped on it.
And then she made this once it was dry.
Yes, it had to dry first. Maybe I did use yellow in there. I don't know.
It's called Squeezed Lemonade, Lori, is
Yeah.
the one that she just bought. She didn't use it today, but that she bought to use for summer.
It's
Squeezed
There it
Lemonade.
is right there.
There you go. It's so pretty. It's a good color.
Yeah.
It's a good color.
Bright yellow.
Okay,
bright
do you
yellow.
want to show us how you set your stamp up for that color?
Yeah. So, got my stamp here. So what? So you can see, I'll just stamp it how it normally is. So usually, you know, they say when you put your stamp down, you know, sometimes you'll have a word. If you put your stamp down, just put it down. It's going to go the way it's supposed to go. It like has a memory to it. So I'll just stamp this one in purple since I've got it right here.
You're right, Lori. The yellow is a beautiful color.
All right, so there's count your rainbows, not your storms. Just cleaning it. I love my little...
She used watercolor paper to make this right
Yep.
here, and that is the Distress Watercolor Cardstock. You get 20 sheets. It's $5.99, and you'll find that under mixed media surfaces.
You got to have the watercolor paper. If you do it on regular paper, it's
You're
just...
not going to get the same
Yeah,
results.
yeah. And you know, with the heat gun, you can get it to flatten out a little bit. Paper doesn't have memory, is what Tim says. So you can flatten it if you want, or like on this one, I used foam tape to glue it down, so I got it nice and flat, even if it was curvy. Whoops, I lost my microphone. Sorry about that. Okay, so here I just put the sentiment down again, and then I opened up my MISTI. Is it better if I put it on the black part?
Yeah, that's fine.
And then what I did is I just kind of moved it over.
And yes, we do have full-size sheets of watercolor paper, so it comes in
Oh,
8.5
yeah, 8.5 by 11.
also.
And it's kind of wonky. See, you can just move it. Make sure it comes, so you can get your line to make sure it's coming up. I wanted it to have more of an arch. It just depends. Like I would have had my little guy and I would have been like, oh, is that?
Yeah, that's good. Just getting it however you
Yep.
wanted it.
Yep, you can just move it around. And it's going to go right back into the shape before.
That
So
looks
there
great.
you can see how I widened it out. So,
So getting it exactly how you
getting
want
it right how you want it.
That is nice about these acrylic stamps.
I couldn't think
was
of
about
it
to say
earlier,
silicone,
Dawn. I
but,
know.
Yes.
I know.
The stamp set is called Sunshine and Rainbows. It's from Dare to Be Artsy, and it is $24.99. It's really. The stamp looks like a tooth guard.
This one?
Try to do that one in a circle, like they told us.
Flip it over and see.
We're gonna test something. This is live. Teresa hasn't
We'll
done
see.
this before. We're gonna do live, but I like the idea of making that into a frame. I think that's a really cute idea. Okay.
It wasn't as dark as I wanted. I should probably clean it off, but I'm just gonna, since we're live, I'm just gonna eyeball
It's
it.
kind of an oval.
Oh, it's
you could
gonna
probably
be a
make
watermelon.
you could probably make some Easter eggs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh gosh, that's a cute idea.
It's more of an oval,
It's
it looks
more of
like.
an oval, but you could do what you just did with your other one and fan it out to try to make it more of a circle.
Yeah, yeah.
We need to get you another
need more
sheet
paper?
of scratch paper. Yes,
I
we
put them all over.
gotta try that one more time.
But look, I was gonna do, see if I can get this one. Now this one might be a little bit more of a different.
Oh, I can see somebody turning these into Easter eggs.
6 by 6, okay?
Yeah. See, I'm going for the watermelon idea here.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
I might have to overlap a little bit.
Yeah, that's okay.
Oh, I missed. But that's all right.
It looks
That's all
cute.
right.
It
Yeah.
looks cute. I like this. I like this. All right, we're gonna try it one more time. Well, one of the customers said to make these into a frame and do stamp on both sides, but it kind of got ovally instead of circly.
Circly?
I need to clean it.
And there's your new words for today.
Ovally?
Circly.
Squarey.
Does everyone have one of these?
But you know what? I
That-
could see these like all over a scrapbook page for a background. You could do circles.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
that. Wouldn't that be neat?
Yes, I think that's really fun.
Okay, so you want me to make it more circly, huh?
Yeah, so let's see if we can do it. This is live TV. Who knows?
I think you need to keep them like on the same line, you know what I'm
probably.
saying?
That's a good idea.
How do you make it more circly? I don't know. Like that?
See if you can pull them both out just a smidge more. There you go. Try that.
It might not be perfect, you know? That's all right, though.
But
It doesn't have to be.
that would
My
be-
stuff isn't perfect.
That's a great slice of watermelon right there.
It is. I agree. Just a half slice.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then do your pinks in the middle, and yeah, very fun. So all right, we're still trying for our circle here. Teresa's still.
Okay,
can't
so you
do
have
it.
to
Yeah, you
clean
gotta
it,
Clean it.
or you end up with a big blob.
Lori wants to know if you're going to do a drive-by. Actually, Kelly's going to be part of the video here in a second.
Drive-by?
We're going to, we've got some classes
some
to talk about.
announcements. Yeah,
we've got announcements. So that's coming up here. As soon as Teresa's done
We'll see.
testing,
This one might be a little lopsided.
that's okay.
We'll see.
We're trying. We're experimenting.
It's live TV.
If you figured out where to put it on the grid.
Oh, that's pretty
yeah,
good.
That's not bad.
Okay, Rosetta
That's more
says
circle
to use
than oval.
something circular in the middle and shape the stamp around it.
Ah,
Another
genius.
Good idea. Another
Yeah.
good
Yeah, you
idea.
could die cut a circle and just put
Yeah.
it on it.
Ah,
Well,
that
very
would
good.
work
You could
really
just
well.
die cut a
Yeah, if you
circle.
had a die cut circle, you could set that down there.
Well,
Yeah.
Teresa, your cards are amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank
Yep.
you for your wonderful
A little
demo
bit of
today.
sunshine and
You
rainbows.
had lots and lots of hearts, and wow, just so
Very,
pretty.
very cool.
And you brought
Oh,
a
look.
lot of sunshine to people today that needed some sunshine because it's gloomy outside.
And that almost dried flat just on its own
Yes,
on
it
the
did.
watercolor paper. It's ready to be stamped.
Teresa, what are you doing next week?
Next week, I'm making some birthday cards. Everybody needs birthday cards,
Yes,
and
we
I'm
do.
using a balloon stencil
Oh, I
from
can't wait.
what is it? My favorite things. Yeah,
Can you do some masculine cards? Can you
masculine
make a
birthday card.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do not have masculine birthday
I have a
cards.
card already that has blue balloons on it.
Perfect.
It has sparkles, so you'll have to see. I put glitter on it, so I don't know, maybe, but I used the new speckled egg, and it turned out really, really pretty, subtle.
Ooh. What about stenciling through the balloon? Do your
Yes.
balloon and then stencil and make it like a
Yeah.
plaid, like a masculine plaid.
Okay, I'll
just
try
an
it.
idea.
I'll try it.
All right. Everybody says your cards are beautiful.
They are.
Oh, you want mine?
Oh, move the paper, not the stamp. Oh gosh, you guys are just so genius. Ruth says, leave your circle.
Yeah.
That's a good idea too.
I thought about that, but I would need to trim my paper down a little bit.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's a very good idea. Okay. Well, it looks
Teresa,
like
thank you so much.
Okay, here comes.
We love rainbows.
Here comes Kelly.
And you know what I did while you guys were busy? I grabbed a few more rainbow things
Oh.
just to show, because if people are kind of thinking rainbows and liking
Yes.
rainbows, and
Great.
so I did grab another stamp set. This is from Honeybee, and it's called Rainbow Wishes. So if you want to do rainbows,
Wishes.
it's got thank you, I love you, thinking of you. And then there is a die set from Honeybee that's rainbows.
Is that
Rainbow
does that
Wishes.
coordinate
It
with
does.
Okay.
It does. They go together. It's got your clouds and things. And then we have our little rainbow from My Favorite Things called Rainbow Whimsy that Katie has used.
yes.
I don't know if Teresa's used. Did you use this too?
Yes.
Teresa's used this too.
But I have that one. I like
So there's a nice little one. So that's more rainbows, but wait.
There's more.
We got rainbow paper. Well, this is one of our rainbow papers, but this is called Lots of Luck, and it's from Doodlebug. And this is actually a St. Patrick's Day paper that's coming up. And I'm going to show this rainbow washi tape, but Dawn, remind me, because we have a whole corner of bright colored paper that we
Yes.
want to show.
Okay. All
And
right.
then
what is this?
this is called Reaching Out.
Oh, it's Jen Hatfield, and you'll find this under New
American Crafts.
And
And I don't know,
Okay.
2, 4, 6, 8. Is there like 10 rolls there?
10, and how much
rolls.
is that? $9.99. Beautiful. Matt would make great cards.
The other thing that came in, we've had these before, but we haven't had them for a long time. These are project bags, and they hold your 12 by 12 projects very easily. They're only $1.99, and we've got them in red and blue, and these are online under storage. And this is a good way to get organized. Or if you're carrying things around or bringing them to Memory Bound to match, these $1.99 bags are super nice. Then Teresa used on her tag, these are the new Dina Wakely media tags. And how long ago did we order these, Dawn?
January.
Was it January? Well, they arrived this week. And Tim mentioned them in his video. You get 50 tags, and they're only $12.99. And you can get the two different sizes, the number 8 and the number 10. And they're a nice bright white, and they're very smooth. So those are online under Mixed Media Surfaces. And then a couple tools. We were talking about a heat tool, and we did get these back in stock from Ranger. The heat tool is $29.99. The Heat It baby. And then these tweezers came in from Tonic, and I don't know if we showed
the
these.
reverse tweezer.
Yeah, they're only $4.99. Is that right?
Good deal.
They call them bypass, but they're nice because you can hold on to things. But what a tip! Very pointy tip.
Get right in there.
And then the explosion board. This was a big hit at Maker Mania, and they were not available at all.
No.
So we've been waiting several months for this, and this it's got lots of really nice directions and guides, and there are videos on YouTube on how to make these boxes that just explode when you open them up.
So they come like when you make it, you give it to your giftee like this, and then when they take the lid off, it opens up and turns into.
Oh wow! It turns into a wow.
That
Sorry, Dawn,
right
I wasn't connecting with you there. And these are $16.99. So what a fun little crafty project to give a try. And it's got all your measurements, and I can actually read them, Dawn. They're nice and they're in black, so I can read them. And then the decal trimmers are back and back and back. So they're back once again. The 8.5-inch decal trimmer from Tim. And these are $34.99. And they cut that edge, which it doesn't really show here. Well, you can kind of see. They cut a little decal edge like old-fashioned photos. And the other thing that I noticed was back in stock is the Tool-in-One from Spellbinders. And this has got your stylus, your quill tip, your foam applicators, and a brayer all in one kit. And this is $23.99.
Oh, it does. There's the brayer.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's got lots of stuff. And it's got the little brush to get your dies out and a die
one
pick.
tool, and you just take that out and put your next tool in. So
it's got 16 pieces, so it's pretty cool. Pretty cool, Spellbinders. All right, now we're ready for announcements. Dawn.
Are you going to announce that you have your Easter card kit?
Well, we could we showed it on, but we should show it again. There's a few left. It makes 8 cards. It's an Easter card kit. You get everything you need: the paper, the twine, the envelopes, the card bases, directions, and each card is got the same. We're going to call it recipe. Dawn, you can show them here. So each card has a cut apart, and you're going to have extra cut aparts. And your paper is all two-sided, so you can flip it around if you want to use the other side other than what we've chosen. You can mix your twines and strings around, and it's just a fun little basic Easter card kit.
And how much is that?
That's a good question. I forgot to mention it. It's $18.99.
Nice. Good
So
value.
I guess while we're mentioning it, maybe we should show the reaching out cards. And this is actually matches that score tape that we just showed you from the Jen Hadfield collection. And this is $19.99, and you get enough to make 8 cards. And this cutout has 36 of these little verbiages and little pictures. So you can make a lot more cards with it. Again, you can flip them around. You can switch it up and do what you want. Here's our suggestion. And that one is $19.99. So both of those are online under kits.
Awesome.
Okay, so we got three announcements, and then we have the color story stuff to show.
Oh, yes.
First of all, we've talked about Maker Mania, and I believe we just filled another opening, Dawn, so does that give us 2 openings?
Left.
So we have 2 openings to Maker Mania. So if you were thinking about it, get online and order it right away or give us a call because it's just about full. And Maker Mania is happening in June. And let's see, I guess we could tell about it. You're going to get a bundle of product, papers, stickers, you're going to get dies, stamps, and some other things. And then on this weekend in June, on a special private Facebook group that you and 1,600 other people, it's a big thing. There's 23 stores involved, 23 independent stores just like Memory Bound. And we're all doing projects. And on that weekend, you'll be able to tune in, and each store's got about an hour time slot where they're going to demo techniques, projects, other products you might want. And it's a really fun weekend, and really it's the community that's the big thing. People from Maker Mania 2 are still talking online and doing projects.
Maker Mania 1,
yes.
we're still...
So it's a great crafty way to get together. I know there's not a lot of crafts events going on right now, and this is a great way to do it virtually.
Sherry, call right away if you want. Like we said, there's only 2 spots left.
Yeah.
We were sold out, and we were able to open up a couple more spots. So do call right away, and we'll get you signed up.
So that's June, and then we're going backwards, Dawn. In May, Seth Apter is going to have a virtual online class on Facebook, and you're going to be able to craft right along with Seth. And he's a mixed media artist. He's from New York. He's designed product for multiple companies, and he'll be using his new Aladdin product. So you'll be able to order a kit. You're going to get his product. And shoot, Dawn, I don't remember any prices.
Our number is 515-965-1102. 515-965-1102. So call if you see anything. You can order online also.
And these are online under cloud. The phone just rang.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Do you remember anything about Seth, the prices or anything? I don't remember a thing.
The Seth Apter class,
Is it 40?
I do not know the price offhand.
We have, I think we have 4 openings. Is it 50? Can you go look, Teresa? Teresa's going to check it out for us.
That's the number that came to my mind, but then I'm like, oh no, we
Maybe-
had 50 spots. So
I don't know.
Okay.
Teresa's looking it up, but this is going to be on Saturday, May 8th, and you can always watch it later if you're not there that day. And same with Maker Mania. You can go back and, like Dawn said, people are still commenting and showing projects.
$50. Thank you, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
I love it.
And you are going to get a bundle of product to use, and there's a few other things you need. It's all online under classes. It tells you what you need and what you get.
And it's a great way to learn about different mixed media items that we all are unfamiliar with. I can't wait because I'm going to learn myself about some of these products and lots of.
And
mixed
Aladdin
media.
it's all French.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
Oui,
Okay, oui, mon chéri. Okay, now the newest one, and we're going backwards, of course. We're in April now, and our first upcoming, but last to sign up for, is the Susan Tierney Spellbinders class. And she is famous for her paper flowers. She designs dies that she hand draws.
She's been a gardener all her life, and she decided she wanted, when she couldn't be out in her garden, she decided that she wanted to bring the flowers inside. And so that's how she started, I think like 20 years ago.
She's been designing for years.
Yeah, designing dies, and then she takes these dies and turns them into like real life
And you
flowers.
kind of sculpt them. You die cut them and then you shape them. Okay, Teresa, was it $50? Okay, thank you. And she's going to be making 3 cards, and each card has a unique fold. So you're going to not only learn how to make the flowers, but you're going to have 3 unique made cards with different folds. And her class, oh my gosh, Dawn. Oh, it's $40. This is the $40 class.
Okay.
But you're going to get $45 in product because you're going to get a stamp set and 2 die sets and then everything you need to make the cards. So you'll be able to make a lot more cards after you learn how to use the dies. And it's also going to be on Facebook on a special group, private group, and you can watch it live or you can go back and watch it. And we're pretty excited about that
I think they're
because thank you
beautiful.
Spellbinders for sponsoring such a wonderful class. And you sign up for it with us, and it is online, or you can call us. And then there's a list of products that you're going to need to make the cards. Like there's some ink colors, adhesive, a cutter. She has a very special flower building toolkit, and you might want to check that out. That is online, and you'll see it linked to her class. That's $39.99, and it's got the styluses and the tweezers and some other things. And then she also has a glue that she loves, and believe it or not, it's called Kids Choice Glue. But if you want to get that, it's fast drying, and I think that works really well for flowers, and I think you can wash it up and things like that. So that is online also, and you can order that along with your kit. And what have I missed, Dawn?
I think that sounds good. Maker Mania is $75, and again, you get a kit. The kit has a value of $70-some.
Yeah, it's a really good value. You're really doing it for the experience and the classes.
It's the classes that you get that make the Maker Mania. It's not your kit. It's all the wonderful experiences that you'll have. Because every store, there's 23 stores participating, and every store is doing 2 projects. So
I've learned a ton from the other Maker Manias.
Right. So you actually get 46 projects plus more.
And instructions. You have instructions for them too.
Exactly.
So that's Maker Mania in June. We got to do it backwards again.
Yeah.
Seth is in May, and we do have, I think, 4 spots left open with the Seth class. And then the Spellbinders class with Susan's Garden is just next month in April. That's like next month.
Yeah, that'll be
So
here before we know it.
We'll be closing the registration on that as soon as we get a few more signed up, and because we got to give our numbers next Saturday or this coming Saturday. So Dawn, that's what I have. So the other, do you want to go in? We started with
let's do
rainbows.
this.
Let's end with rainbows.
This is brand new product that just came in.
Vicky
And
Booten,
Vicki
man.
Booten's, from American Crafts, and her stuff is known for all of its colors.
Just look at this. Oh, here's her washi tape.
Yeah, I wanted to.
Oh, you
stop
got
here.
the. Oh, yeah. Here. Here's the alphabet thickers, and they're dimensional. They're like chipboard. Love those, Dawn. And here's the washi tape. The The washi tape is $9.99. I think all their tapes are $9.99.
Lauren, thank you. She says if you are on the fence about Maker Mania 3, don't hesitate and sign up because it's an amazing event.
Oh, that's
And
great.
I would think we're sold out now.
Here's her color study papers, and these are online under Vicki Boutin. And there's one. And Dawn, I just love these. I think they are amazing, and I want them all. I don't know, I don't have a project in mind. I think something with kids would be really cool, or if you want to
make pinwheels out of this one.
Oh,
right
yeah.
here.
Or something artsy would be fun. This one I love. This looks like just tape.
Yep.
Colored tape. And then this is what I really inspired me today, was because this is our rainbows again. I think rainbows and bumblebees are going to be super popular. Gnomes are still hanging in there. And here's a really beautiful floral.
I did not know that Vicki has a Friday Night Live.
Oh, we need to check it
Marianne
out.
says she does. Oh,
Wouldn't that be a
yeah.
nice background for a scrapbook
That's
page?
Very good. The front of that is beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I could see doing a little fussy cutting on there, Dawn.
Is it sold out, Diana? Yep. All right.
Oh, might be too late.
Maker Mania is sold out, everybody. There we go.
There's your stripes.
All
There's
right.
a nice, oh, I love that green too.
Find somebody else.
And then we have the hearts.
Love it. Love it.
And then Dawn, this is a previous collection of hers, but I wanted to show it because it's that vellum with the foil, and
I
it's
like
just
that.
beautiful.
We've done cards with that.
But wait, we've got the
6x8.
6x8 tablet, and it is not exactly the same as what we showed you. There are different things. Oh, look at that, cut apart.
How much is that?
This is $7.99,
Cool.
and it's got 24 sheets, two-sided.
Love it.
So what a great way to end our morning, Dawn, on this Vicki Boutin colorful color study.
Yes. Even though it's gloomy outside,
It's
bright
gloomy,
and
but look
shiny
at this.
inside.
Look at
It's
this.
bright and beautiful at Memory
Okay, and
Bound.
Maker Mania is sold out, maybe possibly oversold. We still have openings for Seth, and we have openings for Susan. So get online or give us a call. Thank you, Teresa, for the wonderful rainbow morning.
And we have Darla here tomorrow, right?
Yes, we do. Thank you for
Showing
mentioning
us
that.
a,
It's a
folding
small little
book.
folded up gift idea. It'd be good for graduation, Mother's Day, birthday, and it holds 2x2 pictures. I think the size is 6x2.
And it's showcasing the brand new flower garden.
It is.
From Echo Park. So it'll be using all these beautiful papers.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops, hard to see because of the glare. So that is
She's got
Tuesday,
that.
so
She's got
stay
the puffy
tuned.
stickers. Yeah, it's going to be really beautiful.
All right, can't wait. Thank you,
Hey,
everybody.
I match it too.
Oh,
I'm
you
gonna. I
do.
match it, so I'll stand here
You
today.
are all color coordinated.
I try, do my best. Have a great day, and thanks everyone.